G'day guys, welcome back to another Shannons engineering video. My name's Shannon and today I'm going to show you around this brand new 2023 dual cab Land Cruiser. We've had this car from the very beginning. We've done absolutely every accessory you see behind me, and I'm about to go into detail and show you guys all about it. So let's go. Okay, we're up the front of the car and I'll go through all these front end accessories we've done. So starting off with the ARB bull bar. This is the deluxe bull bar with the brush bars and side steps. We've also added an extra layer of protection by sanding this all back and putting 2 coats of Raptor. So that's going to protect the front end from stones, sticks, and also stops the bugs from sticking driving at night time with this quite a slippery paint finish. So really hard wearing paint. We've got the Steady Type X Pros and we've got a Runva 11 XP winch hidden in the front down there underneath the number plate. We've also changed the grille to a Shannons Engineering laser cut grille and relocated the radar. We do have a CB radio, but we have not put the aerial on the front as the owner does not like the look of the aerials sticking up in the way. So we've relocated that up onto the roof platform on a folding bracket up the top there. We've also changed the headlights and we've got the original floodlights in the front there. Underneath the bottom here, we do have the ARB, I think it's a 4-ton recovery hook and a bash plate to protect the radiator. Okay, for the wheels, we've got the ROH Vapor Neg 12s and the KM3 Mud Terrain tyres. This has had a 2-inch lift kit and GVM upgrade using the Dobinson's MRA remote res shocks. You can see here we've got our remote res canister up the front. In the back, they're underneath the tray, so you can still get under there and access the knob to control your shock dampening. We've also Raptor coated the front flares as well to give this car a bit of extra protection, because all these cars, no matter what colour you buy, they come silver and they just look stupid. So basically we always pretty much Raptor coat the front flares. You guys probably didn't even notice if I didn't mention that. Okay, so we've got the O-Cam towing mirrors. These are extendable if you are towing a caravan or anything wide at the back. And they also have electric mirror adjustment from in the cab. Up the top, we've got our roof platform from Rhino Rack, fitted with a couple of nice little goodies. We do have our steady lighting on the sides here, and now we've got 2 types of lights. We've got the white lights, which we use for basically work or a very bright area. If you're four-wheel driving, they're really handy for seeing all this dark lit area, four-wheel driving in the dark. And then we have an amber one as well, which is much better for camping. It's much nicer on the eyes. This is connected to our second battery in the engine bay, so you can basically leave these on all night if you want, not have to worry about your battery going flat. Up the front there, we do have a steady 50-inch light bar, which is connected to the high beam circuit. And like I mentioned earlier, we've got the GME folding antenna up there for the CB radio. Let's have a look inside the canopy. Straight away you'll see we've got a nice powder coated ceiling up there with our automatic lighting. There is an on and off switch, but you don't really need it because we have a motion sensor up there. So leaving the canopy lights on, they'll just automatically turn off after a couple of minutes. And we've got the amber mode there too. So great for camping, great for bugs and moths and things like that at night. You can see straight ahead, we've got the Dometic 85 litre upright fridge freezer. Heaps of room in there for a couple or a family, plenty of room there. It's got a built-in freezer and things like that. Up the side there, we've got plenty of room for basically your kitchen stuff. In my half canopy, I put all my my dry foods, my spices, all my cutlery, all my kitchen stuff basically. Up the left here, we've got a 2000 watt red arc inverter, which is connected to the batteries on the other side, which I'll go through in a minute. And then we've got a red arc charger up the top there. That's a 50 amp charger. So when your car is running, you're charging the batteries. Moving right along, we do have our 3mm aluminium drop sides. These are removable and fitted with all stainless steel hardware. We've also put an extra layer of aluminium on the inside. Now this is going to protect any stone chips from the outside. If you want to bash it around on the inside with some heavy objects, you're not going to ruin the paint finish on the outside. Also gives it a bit more primo finish. Like I said, all stainless steel hardware, every rivet, bolt, nut and even the hinge straps are stainless steel too, so you don't have to worry about anything rusting on you. Up the top here, we do have our steady floodlights on the back. These are on a ram gimbal and they're adjustable in every direction. So you can use it for camp lighting. Again, for driving in the dark, they're obviously handy for that because they're nice and bright. And they're connected to the battery inside the canopy there, so you don't have to worry about getting a flat battery. We do have a removable back rack. This guy is a tradie and he does have plans to be using this for work and carrying lots of stuff on the roof. Moving right along, our standard trays have the LED tail lights with sequential indicators. We have a reverse floodlight there for lighting up along passages like driveways and any dark areas like that. The rear trundle drawer, nice and tucked away, fully waterproof and dustproof, plenty of room for activities there. You could use it as a pantry, a kitchen bench, you can put your tools in there, anything like that. Very handy. And moving right along, we have now got our fuel filler point right here. So this means you can fill up from any side at the service station. And then we have our water tap outlet there for the under tray water system. Again, nice reverse light, tail light there. Okay, underneath the tray, we've got the Marks 4-wheel drive 3.5 ton tow bar. Now this is the new model. This has 8 ton recovery points on the hook, on the ends that actually accept soft shackles. So getting this big pig out of the mud is going to be pretty easy with these on the end. You guys might notice we've got 2 taps at the back here. So one is a low pressure out and the other one is for sucking water in. This one here is connected to a pump under the tray that you can draft water into the tank by any stagnant water source like a creek, stream, a bucket of water, any other way you want to get water into the tank. Otherwise, if you do have mains pressure, like a tap for example, you can plug it into this one and fill it that way. And we also have the high pressure tap out there as well. So you've got 2 pumps working independently. Any situation, we've got you covered under there. We've also got our little hand soap bottle there, which is nice. And like on all our standard trays, we do have the rock lights under the tray here. So when you put it in reverse, the whole tray underneath lights up. Got our camera there for the reverse camera for the stereo. And that's pretty much it at the back here. Not much to show you underneath, but like I said earlier, we had done a 3.9 GVM upgrade from Dobinson's. That's all installed nicely and ready to rock and roll. And we've got the Torque-It 3.5-inch exhaust. This goes all the way to back to the DPF, so it gives it a nice note, but it's still totally street legal. So we've offset the canopy wall in here. So this is more the luggage and storage side. The other side's more the kitchen side. Giving us a lot deeper area to store our stuff on this side. We do have a removable drawer system here. Comes out quite far and there's plenty of storage in there. And we've also got some dividers there which are movable. On top of that, we've got a plywood top with carpet, and at the back there you can see we've got 2 lithium batteries. They're from DCS, 100 amp hours, and they're only as thick as an Anderson plug. So they're only 55 mil thick, taking up absolutely no space at all, and they're connected to the 12 volt system I showed you on the other side earlier. Another nice thing about our drawer system is, you might not think of, you got this extra space under there which is usually a void you can't really access. So when we were designing our top here, this actually lifts up and you can access things under there. You can put recovery gear or things you don't need, like tools or things you don't need very often, but you can still get to it without any tools and without any trouble. Don't forget guys, you do have some toolboxes under the tray here, which some people forget actually how much stuff you can get in there. On my car, I keep all my recovery gear in one side and tools and things like that, and in the other side I've got all my hunting and camping tools. So out of the way, you never forget it. You go on tracks and you don't have to worry about digging for stuff. I've got all my snatch straps in there and things like that. So easy to get to. They do have central locking, so you never have to worry about locking them at night. And our SE logo is also an indicator and a DRL as well. So a nice little touch there. Okay, coming around the back here, we do have half a tray. As this canopy there, that's 900 canopy, and you got 900 of space here. So basically half, which you can use for all sorts of activities. We do have a tie down track system built into the tray there. And this back rack, like I mentioned earlier, is for tradie use and things like that. And it's removable from just taking these Allen keys out from the top. You don't have to get under there with a spanner and hold the nut sort of thing. That's all built in. This guy's only opted for one spare tyre, and up the top there we have a second rear view camera, and this one up there is obviously the canopy's on the back, so you can't use the rear vision mirror, so that's a rear vision camera. We're going to have that on all the time, which you can use for lane changing, checking who's behind you, and if you want to check on your trailer or things like that. And we've got the reverse camera down the bottom there for reversing up to your tow ball. On top of the back rack, we've got the Rhino rack T-nut channel track things, and they're on top of this end and the front end of the headboard, so it lines up in the same height as your roof platform. So if you want to carry long things like timbers or gyprock or anything big like that, it's a level playing field right across the top. Alright guys, let's talk about the interior. As you can see, it looks nothing like a brand new standard one, so we've made this car feel way more comfortable than how they come out, and this guy's going to absolutely love it. We've got aftermarket leather seats with custom diamond stitching, and to match, we've even got the center console stitched with the white stitching and black leather. This is from Department of Interior. They've also included some USB sockets up the front there, and got the GME handset CB radio nicely tucked away there. Up the top we've got the Department of Interior roof console, and this has all the pockets, all the buttons. We've got map lights. Absolutely love this thing. They look so factory, it's like they should have been there to start with. Up the front here we've got an aftermarket steering wheel from CSS, and this is off a 200 series with the carbon fibre top half. It's so comfortable. I wish they always came out like that. Up the front here, the stereo. This is a Kenwood DMX 10.5-inch screen with Apple CarPlay. In fact, it's wireless Apple CarPlay, so you don't even need to take your phone out of your pocket. On the doors, we've changed the door skins after they were soundproofed, obviously, and we've put the Alpine 6x9 kit in, and then we've painted all the black door hardware so it doesn't look a bit mixy-matchy, so they actually look like they were meant to be like that. Also tinted the windows, and that's pretty much it, because what else do you need? Up the front here we've also added a red arc brake controller, and then we've got the winch isolator switch here as well. So gone are the days where you need to open the bonnet to turn your winch isolator switch on. We can just do it here from a nice little button. Up the right hand side here we do have the controls for our front spotlights and our roof light bar independently switched, and also the 6x9 Alpine kit also has tweeters built into the dash, so looking up there they actually reflect sound off the windscreen straight into your face, so that adds a really nice note to the stereo. Oh, one more thing, we put child restraints in the back. They've been engineered and they're totally legal, so you can have your kids in the back, no problems at all. Alright guys, not really that much to show you in the engine bay. It is a brand new car and we haven't really done anything to the engine as such, besides the exhaust. However, we have done a dual battery system. So up the front here, we've got a red arc BC to DC charger. This charger is going to be charging this battery while you're driving, and when you're not driving, we've got the option for a solar input there, so you can put one of those solar blankets out on the street. When the car is running, don't forget you've got the batteries in the back there, so there's another red arc charger in the canopy managing those two batteries, and when you're not driving, your canopy is going to be running off the batteries in the back. So other than that, there's not much to show you. We do have the winch isolator up the front here with a manual override button. I did show you the button in the dash there, so that's how you control the winch power. And the winch also has a wireless button controller, so no need to open your engine bay to control the winch whatsoever. All our fuses are labelled nicely, so any problems, no worries. You can see what fuses are for what, and that's pretty much it. Alright guys, well that pretty much sums up this car. If there's any other information you want, just head over to our website. This car will be in the recent builds tab up the top page. And obviously we've got plenty of other videos on our YouTube channel. You can check out all the other cars we've done. If you've got any questions, just leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching, hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the next one.